The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor has Matt thrown in Patty's maximum security psych ward. The Young and the Restless YNR spoilers reveal that Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, is in for a rude awakening after going up against Victor Newman, Eric Braeden. It was clearly a mistake to disobey Victor's orders. So let's talk about the predicament Matt's about to find himself in with Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke. During the week of August 24th to 28th, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will realize Matt is missing and immediately suspect the Newmans are involved. Once Phyllis spots Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, at the athletic club, she'll launch a fierce interrogation. Adam may assure Phyllis that he doesn't have the answers she's looking for. Perhaps Adam will insist that if Victor had anything to do with this, then he was left out of the loop on his father's actions. Adam will also notice Phyllis's extreme reaction and realize she's grown awfully close to Matt. It may lead to Adam taunting Phyllis a bit about falling so hard for the town psychopath. Whatever the case, Phyllis will eventually confront Victor himself, but he'll be cagey and refuse to divulge much. That said, Victor may say enough to make Phyllis realize she's right about him retaliating against Matt for his disobedience. Victor warned Matt that he could have him locked up if he didn't play by the rules. Matt broke the agreement they made, so Victor seemingly followed through on that threat. YNR spoilers say Matt will cross paths with Patty in the August 28th episode, so that suggests he'll be locked up in the same maximum security psych ward with her. Patty was sent there to await trial, so Matt may find himself in the same boat. Part of Matt may wish he'd just kept that ankle monitor on and continued trying to manipulate Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, as part of Victor's plan. Another part of Matt may grow fed up with all the Newman drama and feel his dangerous side start creeping back in. Regardless, Matt will spend some time with Patty, so that could lead to bad news. Trouble always seems to be just around the corner when Patty's involved, so stay tuned to see what's in store. The Young and the Restless spoilers say there's more Matt and Patty mayhem to come. The Young and the Restless is turning up the heat as Victor Newman appears ready to make Matt Clark pay dearly for crossing him. According to the latest spoilers, Matt's disappearance will send Phyllis Summers into a frenzy, while Victor may quietly carry out a punishment that leaves Matt with nowhere to run. The biggest twist could come when Matt finds himself face-to-face with Patty Williams inside a maximum security psychiatric facility. Matt has never been the easiest man to control, but going against Victor Newman is a completely different game. Victor has spent years building a reputation for making sure enemies and even allies understand one simple rule. When he gives an order, he expects it to be followed. Matt apparently thought he could bend those rules without consequences. That could prove to be his biggest mistake. Victor had already warned Matt about what would happen if he refused to cooperate. Matt was supposed to follow the arrangement Victor established, including keeping his ankle monitor and continuing to play his part in the larger scheme involving Kane Ashby. Instead, Matt broke the agreement. Now, Victor may be ready to demonstrate exactly what happens when someone challenges the Newman patriarch. Phyllis realizes Matt is missing. One of the first people to notice that something is seriously wrong will be Phyllis. Spoilers indicate that Phyllis will become increasingly concerned when Matt disappears, and her suspicions will quickly turn toward the Newman family. Phyllis has never been afraid to ask difficult questions, especially when she believes someone is hiding something from her. Her search for answers could lead her straight to Adam Newman at the athletic club. Adam may not have the information Phyllis wants, but that does not mean he will let the opportunity pass without making a few observations of his own. Phyllis has become surprisingly attached to Matt, despite knowing exactly how dangerous and unpredictable he can be. Adam could recognize that connection and use it to needle her. He may even tease Phyllis about becoming emotionally involved with someone whose reputation is anything but innocent. But Phyllis will not be laughing if she discovers that Victor really is behind Matt's disappearance. Victor refuses to explain himself. Eventually, Phyllis is expected to confront Victor. That conversation could be one of the most fascinating confrontations of the week because Victor is unlikely to simply confess everything. Instead, Victor may give Phyllis just enough information to confirm her suspicions. He warned Matt. Matt ignored him. Now Matt is gone. For Victor, that may be the end of the discussion. The Newman patriarch does not necessarily need to explain his actions to Phyllis or anyone else. If he believes Matt broke their agreement, Victor may consider his punishment completely justified, and that punishment could be much more extreme than anyone expects. Matt meets Patty. The biggest spoiler bomb involves Matt crossing paths with Patty on August 28th. That detail raises an enormous question. How exactly does Matt end up in the same maximum security psychiatric facility as Patty? Patty is already being held there while awaiting trial, so Matt's arrival would create an explosive new dynamic. Imagine Matt walking into the facility believing he has finally reached the bottom, only to discover Patty Williams waiting for him. That is the kind of soap opera nightmare that can turn into an even bigger disaster. Patty is hardly the person Matt needs as a roommate or fellow inmate. Her history of manipulation, deception, and dangerous schemes makes her one of the last people Matt should encounter while he is already desperate and angry. Yet, that may be exactly why Victor's move is so devastating. Victor may not simply be trying to punish Matt physically or legally. He could be placing him somewhere that strips away his freedom and surrounds him with people who are just as unpredictable as side could return. There is also the question of how Matt reacts once he realizes that Victor has completely outmaneuvered him. At first, Matt may regret breaking the deal. He could look back at the ankle monitor and realize that continuing Victor's plan might have been far safer than fighting the powerful Newman family. But regret can quickly become rage. Matt has already demonstrated that he is capable of dangerous behavior, and being locked inside a maximum security psychiatric facility could push him toward his darker instincts again. Instead of accepting defeat, he might begin looking for an escape route. And Patty could be the worst, and perhaps most intriguing, person to help him. The two could form an uneasy alliance based on mutual survival. Neither one would necessarily trust the other, but both could understand that cooperation might give them a better chance of getting what they want. That possibility creates an entirely new threat for Genoa City. Phyllis could become a major problem for Victor. If Phyllis learns the truth, Victor may have another battle on his hands. Phyllis is not likely to quietly accept the idea that Matt has been locked away because Victor decided he deserved it. Her feelings for Matt could make her reckless, and that is exactly when Phyllis can become dangerous. She could start digging for evidence, questioning people around the Newman family, and searching for the location where Matt is being held. Adam's reaction could also become important. Even if he genuinely had no involvement in Matt's disappearance, discovering that Victor took such drastic action could force him to reconsider his father's methods. Victor may believe he is protecting his family and maintaining control, but every secret punishment creates another potential enemy. Patty and Matt could change everything. The most exciting part of this storyline may be what happens after Matt and Patty finally meet. Patty has a long history of creating chaos, and Matt is already an unstable wild card. Put the two together, and Genoa City could have a serious problem on its hands. Could Patty manipulate Matt into helping her? Could Matt convince Patty to cooperate with him? Or could the two turn against each other almost immediately? There is also the possibility that their meeting exposes information neither Victor nor Phyllis expects. Matt knows plenty about Victor's schemes. Patty knows plenty about the secrets surrounding her own imprisonment. If they begin comparing notes, they could uncover a connection that sends shock waves through Genoa City. That is why Victor's decision could ultimately backfire. The Newman patriarch may believe that locking Matt away ends the problem. Instead, he may have placed two dangerous pieces on the same chessboard. For now, Phyllis will be determined to discover where Matt has gone. Victor will remain tight-lipped, and Matt will have to face the consequences of challenging one of the most powerful men in Genoa City. And once Patty Williams enters the picture, there is no telling how much worse things could become. The latest Young and the Restless spoilers point toward plenty of Matt and Patty mayhem ahead, making this one storyline that could have consequences far beyond Matt's disappearance.